Hello again, let's continue with the rest of our stories. Deputy Minister for Communications and Digitalization, Mohammed Adam Suparu, says pension institutions must adapt to changing work patterns and embrace digital solutions to better serve workers. He made the call at the launch of the Social Security and National Insurance Trust virtual branch, an initiative aimed at improving access to pension services through digital platforms. More in this report.
Speaking at the launch, Deputy Minister for Communications, Digital Technology and Innovations, Mohammed Adam Suparu, called on pension institutions to adopt the evolving work trend and the growing digital expectation of workers.
Of work is changing rapidly. Today, more than ever, a significant portion of Ghana's workforce participate in the gig economy, working remotely, freelancing online, and earning across multiple platforms. Over the next few years, these digitally influent mobile young professionals will constitute a major part of our national pension contributors. Our pension institutions must therefore evolve. They must meet workers where they are, on their phones, digital platforms, and across virtual spaces.
Director General of SSNIT, Cashew says the move aligns with the national effort to promote digital transformation and improve public service delivery.
There is a heart and care behind what we are doing. So at each step, the technical team is reviewing, bringing new features and improving on our service delivery. And that's why we are certain that this is the way to go and this will be a game changer in terms of your interactions with SSNIT. We believe that ultimately we will currently you have over 90% of people who interact with us still seeking to do physical interactions with us. We believe that over time, within the next 1 year, we seek to shift that focus into digital channels, the virtual branch, and the co-location arrangements that we are putting in place.
The virtual branch is expected to ease access to pension services and support Ghana's push towards digital inclusion.
Now, President of the Advertising Association of Ghana, Andrew Aka, says improved governance and efficiency will strengthen brand growth in the country's creative industry. Speaking at the inauguration of the 11-member Gong Awards Board, he said that better recognition for creative professionals will drive innovation and encourage brands to invest more in strategic advertising.
The Advertising Association of Ghana officially swore in a new board to manage the Gong Awards. In an interview, President of the Advertising Association of Ghana, Andrew Aka, says the board's mandate is to independently organize, run, and report on the awards, ensuring transparency and stronger industry standards.
Today we inaugurated an 11-member board of the Gong Awards so that they can focus on the award, organize the awards, run the awards, and then also present a report to the association on the stewardship. It has become important that we inaugurate a board to look at the awards specifically because we want to bring in some efficiency. The board members represent a larger part of our stakeholders, our stakeholder population, coming from academia, from the within the industry, from media and all that helps us to reach out and use at the end of
He adds that the new board reflects a broad stakeholder base drawn from academia, media, and industry professionals. Thus, diversity leaders say will expand industry participation and ensure fair recognition for creative minds whose work shapes brand outcomes and market competitiveness.
Also, we realize that there isn't a lot of recognition for a young creative, not young content, but creative mind and person working at strategy level, and those who work so hard to change the outcome for brands and products in our country. We think a lot more recognition would inspire them to greater heights.
With the new board in place, the Advertising Association expects the Congo Awards to play a stronger role in promoting innovation, accountability, and sustainable growth within Ghana's creative economy.
The Controller and Accountant General's Department has confirmed that the delayed education sector allowances have been paid. The department earlier explained that the delay was caused by a technical hitch encountered during the final payroll run for November 2025. To avoid disrupting the payment of November salaries for all Government of Ghana workers, processing of the affected education sector allowances was temporarily paused, although the Controller and Accountant General's Department had indicated that the outstanding allowances would be paid together with December 2025 salaries on 18th December 2025. The department clarified that the payments were effected earlier alongside December salaries on 16th December 2025. And we know the Controller and Accountant General's Department expressed regret for the inconvenience caused and reaffirmed its commitment to improving payroll efficiency to prevent a recurrence. The department also thanked the affected workers for their patience and understanding during the period of the delay. Now, the Parliamentary Select Committee on Trade, Industry and Tourism says it is determined to prevent the collapse of Ghana's local rubber processing industry amid concerns over the unchecked export of raw rubber. On a working visit to the Western region, the committee was taken to the Ghana Rubber Estates Limited, where management warned that one of its 2 factories could shut down if raw material shortages persist. Correspondent Nathalia Kwanzaa has more.
A stark reality exists in the local rubber processing industry with an installed capacity of 178,000 tons per annum. None of the players in the industry is able to meet this target, with the leading player, Ghana Rubber Estates Limited GREL, doing only 54,297 tons as at September 2025.
So behind me is one of GREL's 2 factories. It was designed to produce about 10 tons of rubber each hour. But I am told that business is slowing down. The Parliamentary Select Committee on Trade is here to witness at first hand how activities here is slowing down. Management of GREL tell the committee that due to the continuous takeover of farmland by illegal miners and then the rise in export of raw rubber by private side buyers, their businesses is dwindling by day.
From the presentation of GREL people, I have realized that the wanton exploitation of the raw rubber has a very negative impact on Ghana as a whole. One, it has created the opportunity for some middlemen and scrupulous middlemen to make their money to the detriment of the farmers. Two, it has led to job losses. Three, because the people have lost job, once they leave, they must eat. So most of them have resorted to galamsey, which we don't want to hear of. So I feel this is a very serious situation, which President Mahama will not listen to at all. Because his aim is to create jobs for Ghanaians. His aim is to make sure that whatever industries we have, we should be ready to feed them. So because of this, we are in touch with our sister ministries to make sure that something is done about it immediately.
What used to be a vibrant 3-hour shift has been reduced to 2. Saturday shift has been closed down totally. If the situation does not improve, this means one of the factories will be shut down entirely in 2026.
The Secretary of the Association of Natural Rubber Actors Ghana, Perry Echampon, laid bare the impact of continuous export of raw rubber.
When you look at the rubber industry in Ghana, the production of raw material currently stands at 110,000 tons on the average of dry rubber per annum. The installed capacity in Ghana is almost 178,000 tons of dry rubber per annum. Clearly, there's a deficit in the raw material availability to the processing factories. And we are saying that we need to make the available raw material to the factories because we have what it takes to process everything. If you look at the statistics, for 2025, between January to September, as of end of September 2025, the factories were able to utilize only 28% of their capacity, simply because more than 45% of the raw material produced here is exported raw. We know the effect of export of raw rubber. When we export the raw material, it is the jobs we are exporting. We are losing foreign exchange earning. It has physical issues whereby we don't have taxes. Okay, the needed revenue for government. So clearly there's a lot that goes against us when we export the raw rubber, and we're asking that we stop.
This will lead to loss of hundreds of jobs. Reporting for JoyNews, I am in Natalia Kwanza, Western Region.
Faced with dwindling profits and the alarming loss of cashew, industry leaders and farmers convened in Techiman this week to forge a path forward for one of Ghana's most valuable export crops. The 2025 Cashew Delegates meeting became a critical platform to address a growing crisis, and our Sabit has more.
They call it brown gold, Ghana's cashew nut, a crop that earns the nation millions and supports countless livelihoods. But as the world market shifts and local pressures grow, how does an industry secure its future? The answer was sought today in Techiman at the 2025 Annual Delegates Meeting. The mission, according to the President of the Cashew Council of Ghana, Chief Adam Stampuli, is to ensure that there is a profitable cashew industry.
Our organization was established to support, advocacy, and then to engage government in terms of policy formulation, policy implementation, and then to work towards supporting all the necessary, programs that will ensure that we have a very profitable cashew industry.
Chief Tampuli believes that the cashew industry has what it takes to solve Ghana's unemployment problems and earn the country a better foreign exchange earnings.
Are working towards planning to take advantage of, government's policy, the 24-hour economy that is linked to cashew. We will ensure that we embrace it and then support the policy to be successful. After all, at the end of it all, it's going to create employment for the country. We are going to get sufficient foreign exchange earning.
A critical diagnosis, but while the industry seeks to cure its internal ailments, an external threat is literally taking root. A silent conversion is happening in some cashew groves. Regional Director of Agriculture James Adu expressed concern over the fact that some farmers are sacrificing their cashew trees for other crops due to its low pricing.
People are cutting cashew. They will use cashew as a shade tree to plant cocoa. When the cocoa is established, they cut the cashew. Some also have done analysis to know that mango gives them more money than cashew. So now some are also cutting cashew and planting mango.
The message from leadership was unified and clear: expansion, not replacement. Alaji Justice Mahama Ansuma is the National Secretary of the Cashew Traders and Exporters Association.
What I can say with this is that I'm praying that those cutting the cashew trees, putting out mangoes and other things, they should stop. It's better for them to stop. If they have another land, they can buy another land so that they can put up those farms. But cashew, government is spending more on it so that we can also get more.
Other participants shared their views on the future of the industry and expressed hope that the meeting will help boost the cashew sector in the years ahead.
Currently, most of the farmers are cutting down their trees because they feel like cashew is not profitable enough, and they lack so many incentives for all that. So the government needs to push to the farmers more seedlings through the TCDA so that we can come as a uniform body and move the industry and make the cashew trade more stronger.
Looking at this program, that two days program that we've organized here in Techiman, in fact, it has impacted a lot of knowledge concerning the cashew industry. A lot of us thought cocoa is the only way to go, but right now we have seen that cashew is dominating, and hopefully maybe in the near future cashew will take over.
A crucial meeting here in Techiman setting the stage for the season. The industry has discussed the way forward, but fixing its fundamental challenges will determine whether this brown gold continues to shine for Ghana. Reporting for JoyNews, Anas Sabit, Techiman.
In a related story, Ghana Federation of Forest and Farm Producers is advocating for government support to farmers in the restoration of degraded forests in the country. This comes on the back of the efforts by farmers to grow trees on their farms as part of the restoration of forests. General Secretary of the Ghana Federation of Forest and Farm Facility, Maxwell Peta, explains that though some efforts are being made by farmers with the aid of some NGOs, government support will boost their intervention. More in this report.
The Federation has over 157,000 farmers dotted across 3 ecological zones of the country. These farmers are supported in capacity building, financial and agricultural training to enhance their knowledge in forest restoration and economic well-being. Though the farmers within the Federation are making efforts to restore some degraded lands, the harm that continues to be caused is overwhelming. Maxwell Peta is General Secretary.
That will continue to waste, that everybody should come on board. The government should support us. The individual partners, NGOs, donors should support GAFAP so that we'll be able to reclaim or just improve. Once we educate and put the concept into the people who are directly involved in the activities, I think we'll be able to reclaim this, our land.
GAFAP met representatives of farmers at the national dialogue organized by the Federation in Kumasi with support from the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations through its Forest and Farm Facility Program. Illegal mining is one of the factors that have caused major damage to the country's forest reserves.
If we have a formalized mining practices or we have a regulated mining practices, at least we can continue to be mining whilst our forest is reserved. So these challenges, I will urge that at least it's a huge challenge. And just as you are saying, you are not feeling the impact, it's because the negative impact is more than the positive impact. You know, in Ghana, destruction, as human as we are, we can easily destroy, but to make sometimes becomes difficult.
Farmers involved in the restoration of the degraded lands for about 5 years are taking active roles in the restoration of the forests.
First, the forestry law say, even if the tree is in your bedroom, it doesn't belong to you. So now they have bring a new law saying tree ownership. That means we own the tree. That have empowered us to plant more trees and they register us.
And that's our part company here on Prime Business. But I've got to tell you the story. The Ghana Revenue Authority says the world of taxation continues to evolve through digitalization, global standards, and increasingly complex business models, making the expertise of tax officers critical to effective and fair tax administration. Here's a story.
The 2025 professional course in taxation, organized by the Technical Training Unit of the Domestic Tax Revenue Division of Ghana Revenue Authority, provided critical technical capacity building for about 300 staff. Following 6 months of intensive training, combining classroom instruction and practical intensive sessions, 289 participants successfully graduated from the program. Participants were trained in key areas including income taxation, value-added tax, excise taxation, communication service tax, tax accounting, tax audit, and the principles of tax law, among other core disciplines. The cohort successfully completed the basic and intermediate levels, reinforcing the program's role in building professional competence, operational efficiency, and integrity in tax administration. Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Anthony Kwesi Sapon, says the authority will continue to invest in human capacity.
Transformation is a journey, and it's a journey that we believe will help us to increase revenue mobilization and also build the capacity of our people. So these two go hand in hand. So a lot of activities have taken place. One of them is what we are witnessing today, that are bringing back the graduate course that will equip our people. We are also investing in a number of our tools, and as you can also see from the budget that was read by the minister, a number of operational tools that we are investing in to ensure that we invest in our people, we invest in technology, we invest in process, so that together we'll build a GRE that is fit for purpose today and for the future, and that also ensures that its mandate of revenue mobilization is done in a manner that's effective and efficient for our national development.
Commissioner, Domestic Tax Revenue Division of GRE, Dr. Martin Kobio Yamborigia, encouraged staff to work hard to help meet targets for the year and revealed that the professional course in taxation is now a requirement.
The amendment have resolved that henceforth, before anybody can be reassigned to work in any selected or strategically important unit of the department of the domestic tax, will give priority to those who have been given training. That is to say that you will not be considered for certain assignment if you have not had the opportunity to be trained in this important course.
Meanwhile, Deputy Commissioner, Training and Development, Augustine Sifa Ejay, mentioned that the General Competency Development Program, launched in September this year, has trained over 1,500 officers.
The program, which was launched in September this year, has so far trained 1,593 assistant revenue officers, and CG and Commissioner SSNIT have already given the go-ahead for the continuation of the program until all the senior officers, over 4,000 of them, are trained. The introduction of this program indeed is a commendable feat, especially as it has, to a significant extent, strengthened cross-divisional relationships, advancing one GREL agenda, as selection of the officers for the program cuts across all divisions.
Assistant Commissioner, Domestic Tax Revenue Division Technical Unit, Lawrence Hochonyame Esquire, highlighted the need for more training as significant workforce of the division is yet to benefit from the training. Esther Mills emerged as the overall best student for the 6 months training.